Hello and welcome, friends. It's Stephanie Grams with the Sewing Keepsakes podcast. We are now in 2025. I hope the year is going well for you with your sewing business. I hope you grab something good to drink and hang out with me for a few minutes with today's podcast. In today's episode, we're talking about finding your first customers, where and how to start. Today is February 3rd, 2025, and I am your host, Stephanie Grams. You can always find out about me at stephaniegrams.com or jump to the front of the line at keepsakebusinessacademy.com. In today's episode, we're tackling a big question. How do you find your first customers or even your next customers? I know this is a very overwhelming part of the business, especially if you're just starting out or if you're restarting your business as a whole. Don't worry, I've got some simple tips to help you connect with the right people and get your business rolling. So let's dive in. I hope you have a pen and some paper handy, take notes, or you can just come back and rewind and listen to me again. So start with your circle. I like to actually take a piece of paper and draw a circle in the middle of it. And in the middle, I write down my business name. So my business is Ohio Memory Bears. All right. And from there, I like to write down who my friends are, who my family is, and my close connections, so to speak. And so I actually write people's names down. And if that's just too many for you to write down, think of it in groups like church group, 4 H group, um, assisted living group, things like that. That'll at least help you clear your mind of any type of clutter and get you really start thinking on the path of who you can talk to about your business. Now, if you are, maybe you took some time off of your business and now you're just getting back in the swing of things, go back, revisit those people because chances are you're not always going to be at the top of their memory list of what you do and who you serve. So reach back out to them and not as a sales call, not as a sales pitch, just post it on your social media page or reach out and say, hey, Sally, hey, John, how have you been? Haven't talked to you in a while. What keeps you busy? Start friendly here. You're not trying to get a, a sale, really. You're not in sales at this very moment. You're just trying to rekindle those relationships that you had. So, number one is start with your circle. Number two is social media. Now, I don't fully rely on social media. I like to rely on my personal connections as a way to get my business out there. But social media is important because I am connected to my friends and family on social media, and I can reach all of them pretty quickly. So you don't need to be a tech whiz or have huge following to get started. If you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, just show off your work. Start connecting with that perfect customer. And please tell me you know who your perfect customer is. Because if you don't, or your answer is, oh, everybody or anybody, then you, my friend, may be stuck in the hobby mindset and not the sewing entrepreneur mindset. Sewpreneur. Okay, so you want to go back here to the social media and post pictures of your creations. You can share a little bit about the process. You can do a little show and tell or sew and share is what I like to call it. But you don't have to tell them every little thing that you're doing. People online, they're not going to give you very much of their attention, right? You don't have a long attention span typically. And so, well, I know I don't. So definitely make your videos, your social media posts quick and to the point. And here's a pro tip. Join your local community groups or sewing related groups and start building those relationships. Sometimes it's as simple as saying, hey, I make custom memory bears, and that might just spark the interest. And last but not least is local opportunities. Don't forget about in-person opportunities within your zip code or even 10 or 15 miles around your zip code. Look for business networking groups. They host online meetings and in-person meetings. This is where I get the bulk of my business by simply getting out in the community and getting to know fellow business owners. Remember, everybody is busy and everybody has their own agendas. It's going to take you to be your biggest cheerleader, to be your number one fan when it comes to your business. You cannot be shy and have a business. It's not going to be lasting. It's not going to be a lasting business. So take time today and really get serious about who you know, who you would like to get to know. And please start with knowing who your perfect customer is. If your answer is everybody or anybody, then chances are you still have a hobby and not a business. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's quick and fast podcast. I have one tip, one thing for you to do, and it's an actionable step. So today's challenge would be pick one way to start reaching out to your target customers. It could be as simple as posting on Facebook, or sending a text to your friends or family, or researching local in person business networking groups. Remember, the goal is to take one small step toward putting yourself out there. And if you're feeling nervous, remember, you're not alone. I'm here cheering you on, and I know you've got what it takes. So, finding your first customer is all about connection. You start small, you stay consistent, and trust the process. Before you know it, you'll be building a community of people who love what you do. Be sure to join me on my next episode where we talk about confidence as a new business owner, because I know how scary it can feel to put yourself out there, so don't miss out. While you're here, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and click it to all. That way, you are the first one to be notified of all new content. As always, you can find me at stephaniegrams.com, or you can jump to the front of the line, the first in class, at keepsakebusinessacademy.com. Have a wonderful day.